Hello. We're live. We have our business partner from all over. Thank you for watching our live show. And if you want replay later, you can check out our website or you can join the replay. Thank you so much and happy Friday. Happy weekend to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good afternoon from my side of the world. My name is Joy from USA, Philadelphia. We come to show you our individual hometown. We'll take you to our hometown, what it's like. Sister Vera, would you like to bring us? Sorry, I forgot to introduce Sister Vera from the island and Sister Ifoma from USA as well, and Sister Oksana from Canada. Thank you. And I would like to give the floor to Sister Vera. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, sis. Hello, everyone. Welcome again to our episode. Is it 13?
13.
Episode 13 of our Go Live Challenge 2024, guys. We are rocking it 13, and that is to say we have 87 to go. No, is it 87 or 77? No, 77 to
77.
go. We'll do it. We can do it, right?
Yes,
We
of
can.
course. Yes.
Yes. Welcome. As you heard already, I'm from Ireland, originally from Nigeria. I've been living here in Ireland for 14 years now, nearly 14 years this year. I had all my children here, and for some reason, Ireland has become my home. Um, Ireland was actually a place that I only heard about maybe when I used to read all those what do you call it, King James small version of the Bible, where they would just mention something like we used to say, oh, I think this is written in Irish, and the only time I also knew about Ireland was the potato. We call it the Irish potato, just for I don't know. So when I came to Ireland, it was actually a beautiful place. I was able to integrate quicker because for some reason the island culture is actually similar to our own culture. You can imagine that is how beautiful this world can actually be. Imagine how many miles away from Nigeria, but from the place I come from, if you look at the island culture, you have a very, very similar one. And one of it is their funeral rite, which is very, very, interesting. Um, so I'm going to bring you down to my city. I am from Cork City, although I live in a different town from Cork itself, but the county is called Cork. So the capital of the county is Cork City. So for anyone who has not been to Ireland before or who has not been to Cork before, Cork is used to be the capital of Ireland so many many years ago. Don't ask me now because I'm very bad with history. Okay. So, but eventually they became the second largest city in Ireland. And the city is actually very big. Cork County is actually very big because I remember when my husband used to tell me then, no, I think Ireland is a small place. And in the map, it looks very small. But you know that you can actually drive from one county, I mean, from the beginning of this county to another county for 3 hours. And yet, we're saying it's a small place. So you can imagine the size of it. So, another thing I love about you would probably love about Ireland is if you love if you love history, if you love their heritage is very very rich. They have great culture and they still preserve it. And this you will actually see this in those monumentals, museums. There's particular one where they do the butter and the cheese museum. I've never really been there. I only see it from the outside, but it's very, very exciting, And often I've actually listened to the stories. And another thing I love about this city called Cork is that if you are somebody who likes to to enjoy outdoor dining, outdoor restaurants, you have them in Cork City. In fact, so many streets were actually converted to become just for outdoor dining, where you have restaurants who were just having renting shops before they are now spreading to the streets with the canopies all over. It's actually very beautiful if you go there at night. If you go there during the day, you might not really see that beauty or that part of the of Cork. And another thing that is very interesting in Cork is they have this market. It's called English Market. I remember what year was this now? 2012, around 2012 or 2011, the Queen of England visited the market then, and it was a big ceremony. So these markets, that's where you find fresh foods, fresh farm produce and organic farm produce. So when you go there, you can actually just although they are always also very, very cheap, cheaper than you would actually find in other supermarket, even though they are relatively fresh and direct from the from the source. um Another thing that I love about Cork City is that if you're somebody who enjoys, these water sports, you're going to love it because they have this, transatlantic way that is actually very, very good. My kids have been asking me for a few days ago. They were asking me they would want to do that. I'm like, wow, that is some wild adventure you want to have because I have phobia for waters. And imagine, they're asking me to have that experience. Well, maybe because of them, I would dare it someday. So if you're somebody who loves, water sports, yeah, that would be very good. And then you have an opportunity for, there's a part where you can, if you are the type that loves to walk or for biking and everything, you have all those opportunities as well. And if you're somebody who loves to fish, yeah, you have it here, in Cork City. So you can actually see the reason why I love this. I integrated, very quick because when it comes to things that have to do with those monumental things, those things that are not really very current or recent or modern, I love it. So if you are the type that love all this, this kind of life, yeah, you would actually love Cork City. Yeah, that's it from me today. Thank you.
Muted. You're muted.
Thank you, Chris. Sorry about. Thank you. It's made me note it down, so I sound so excited. That will be my list to go. So I'd like to give this floor to Sis Ifoma. The floor is yours.
Oh, I won't. I was just trying to mute myself. Okay. Welcome to my world. Yes, my name is Ifoma. I am from California, USA, originally from Nigeria. I'm married. I have 3 lovely children, and I am a business owner online. I'm going to take you on a trip to a little community where I live. When I came to United States, 2007, my landing place was Los Angeles. And I lived in Los Angeles. I had all my kids in Los Angeles. And 3 years ago, we moved to a country, what we call country. We call it village in Nigeria. We moved to a village, a farming community known as Hanford because of work. So we've been in Hanford for about 3 years. It's a very small place, a very small community. When I compare it to Los Angeles, is smaller than the city I lived in, Los Angeles. Is a community of about 54,000 people compared to millions of people in Los Angeles. So it's a very small community. And being a city girl, I was born and raised in the city. It's been a big adjustment for me, having lived in the city all my life and moving to a country, it's like day and night for me and for my kids, because my kids also were born in LA. The good thing about this community, it's a farming community, completely a farming community. There are no industries or anything, it's purely farming. It's those of us that are immigrants that are into other things, working in the States or anywhere. Most people here are farmers. So living here has been an experience for me. The first thing we noticed when we came is that there are very few street lights. And my kids were like, Mom, everywhere is dark. There is no light on the street. I said, welcome to the village. Besides that, everything we had, light, water, whatever is, developed countries, even the villages are also developed. So we are not lacking anything. It's just that it's not as bustling and lively and, beautiful architectural buildings and all that, like where we came from, like LA. But it's very peaceful and there are no traffics. You can, in fact, in my community, if you drive anything more than 15 minutes, you've gone out of Hanford. So within 15 minutes, you can get to wherever you're going. Very traffic free. There's nothing like traffic. You won't think really that because it's a farming community that food is very cheap. Mm-mm. And we don't get it fresh. We get it the same way from the same store where everybody else gets their food. I don't know why that is. Maybe when they harvest, they move it out of this place or what. I don't know. But we get. In fact, I was telling my husband one day that I ate fresher food in LA than I'm eating here. I was thinking that here I could go out, get tomatoes, get whatever from the farm, but these are mechanized farmers. You can't just walk into the farm and buy something. But for protein like meat, that's one good thing. You can get, you can walk into the farm, tell the farmer you want this cow, maybe when it's little, and they will raise it until it's mature, they kill it. So sometimes we get like 6 people to share a cow. You can get chicken, organic chicken, from the farmers. You can get goats from the live one. They kill it, clean it for you. That's one advantage. One thing when it comes to protein, that's one thing I enjoy here. But for other things like tomatoes and vegetables and all that, we still get them from the store like we did in LA. So as for fun things for the kids, there aren't much. You have to drive out like an hour to get to, if you want your kids to enjoy fun things. We don't have beaches here. You have to drive like an hour or 2 or 3 to go to beach. There is no airport. We have to like travel by rail or by bus to the nearest airport to board the flights to wherever you want to go. So it's kind of an excluded community from every other thing, but it's a very good place to raise kids. Very, very safe and very good place to raise children. It's just that city feel that I and my kids are used to, we don't get here. So this is my city where I live. I'm doing the best out of it, trying to have as much fun as I can have. The first year of my coming here, I had no friends. It was very boring. I didn't know where to go or where to take my kids and all that. But now we are gradually settling in, making friends and all that. But we still want to go back to LA. That's where we belong. So this is
You're
my,
running your businesses. You're running your business from there. So I think that's a big one.
huh?
I said there is good internet connection for you to run your business.
Oh, sure. There is everything. We
Yeah.
don't lack anything. It's just that the phone that we are used to, we're not having them here. That's all. We don't lack anything. We have internet. We have everything, just like we had it in LA. We're not lacking anything at all. Yeah. If anything, most people don't like LA because of traffic. Like the people who live here, they have a phobia for Los Angeles. If you talk about LA, they start shaking. Oh, there's so much traffic in LA. How do you live there? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, how can you even live here? LA, LA is much better. How can you live? Oh, no, I don't like going to LA. There's so much traffic. I say, yeah, I love it. I'm used to the traffic. It doesn't bother me one bit. You know, I luckily where I lived over there, I could stay. I had there was everything in the city where I lived over there. One of the best cities in LA. I could I could decide not to drive out of that city to anywhere for one whole month or more without lacking or feeling anything. We have everything we needed in that community, in that city. Lovely place, beautiful, airy, and everything. Stores. All for instance, all the stores that I used to shop in LA, they don't have them here. So even to buy clothing is a problem. Most times we buy online because they don't have those stores that we're used to. LA is filled with shops. Do you have your money to shop? That is a problem.
And
Anyway,
talking about that, is the how about the rent and the mortgage? Is it cheaper where you are now than would be in LA?
um,
And now the house
the,
is better,
the
structure
rent
wise.
is the rent is cheaper here. Real estate is cheaper here than it is in LA. For instance, in LA, for I don't know if you know what we call what, what is it called again? This in Nigeria we call them terrace. These houses that are joined together, but you have stairs.
Townhouses.
Home
Townhouses, yeah.
how hometowns or
Town,
house
Oh, home in
yeah, we call it.
townhomes. Yeah,
Mhm.
townhomes. We call them townhomes here. In LA, if you're buying that, you can't get it anything less than 500,000 just for a townhome.
Mm.
But with 500,000 here, you will buy a whole house. A big house. In fact, it will be a mansion. People will be asking you why you're buying a house, spending 500,000 on a home. Because you will really get a big home. But for every other thing, it evens out. Most things are more expensive here because there are no competition. In LA, you have too
Ah.
many stores. You make your choice. Here, there are no much stores here. So the ones that are here are a little more expensive. For instance, my daughter's hair, I make her hair in LA for $50. To make her hair here the cheapest cost me 100 and something. So you see, it evens out. Yes, real estate is expensive there, but other things are costly here. I made when we came. You might not know. There's something we call moi moi. Is the Nigerian food. In LA, I get it a wrap for $2. Here I bought a wrap smaller than the one I get in LA for $5. So you see the difference. For me, it evens out. What you save in housing, you use it to feed and other things, and there food is cheaper. Every other thing is cheaper except real estate.
Amazing.
So that is my little city. I love it though. It's quiet and a good place to raise kids. Though where I lived in LA too was quiet and a good place to raise kids. I wasn't living in LA downtown. I was living in the suburb. Okay, that is it from me. Moy, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, sis, for sharing amazing hometown. That's something that I would like to relax because I used to be a city girl. Now I'm more like a suburb. After I have my kids, I just want to go somewhere quiet and relaxing.
Yeah.
So thank you. And I would like to give the floor to Sis Oksana. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. My name is Oksana, and originally I'm from Ukraine. And I have been living in Canada for almost 15 years. I live in Vancouver now, in Metro Vancouver. And Vancouver is a huge city. All many nationalities in Vancouver. But let me take back to history of Vancouver. So geographically, it's surrounded by a Rocky Mountain. That's why we almost don't have snow, because just close from snowy weather. And we are surrounded by the Pacific Ocean, which is a beauty. You can swim in the ocean even in the middle of January. If you not that scary like me, I wouldn't personally swim if it's like only +7 or +10 outside. It's it's our temperature in. We have snow only at most a week a year, like once a year. For the longest, it has been like for 1 week, and it creates collapse on the roads, like because we are not used to the snowy weather. And sky trains shut down. We have sky trains they build on they run on the bridges because it's a seismically dangerous area. We could have earthquake anytime. That's why we don't have undergrounds. We have sky train running in the sky, kind of in the sky, yeah. Also, we have, like, as I told you, we don't have snow, but we have rains starting from October to April. And barely we have sunshines because it's always rainy. That's why locals call Vancouver as a raincouver, because it's rainy all the time. And the good thing, we could ski in the middle of the year. Like we have like so many mountains, we can go skiing. It's a season from, I believe, beginning of November to late March, so you can go and ski. Some people could go and swim at the same time. We can do snowshoeing.
Yeah.
So the mountains. Also, because we
you feel better.
first, and we have the ocean, we can go and fish. We can go and do fishing. And I remember many years ago they came to Canada because they wanted to fish. So it was tourist visas for people who likes to fish. Vancouver area, Metro Vancouver area is huge. It includes cities like our community, the density of the city of Vancouver is so big. And we have these villages are connected to cities. So, like Vera said, I could go and buy groceries from farms. Like I could buy meat, like from farmers. I could buy any grocery, fresh groceries. So I usually do this. I don't go too much to grocery stores because I prefer fresh food. We have also breweries. You could drink beer. You can drink any type of wine, but it's also known for brewery, Vancouver. And as I can tell you, Vancouver is one of the capitals of Hollywood movie industry. So because it's cheaper to shoot movies in Vancouver, all like almost all, maybe we have 75% of Hollywood movies in Vancouver. Another well-known capital of Hollywood movies is Toronto. So the weather, like they prefer to shoot movies in Vancouver because it looks like Seattle. It could look like Los Angeles. It could look like New York. It could look like small towns in America because we have like look-alike cities and small villages or towns in Vancouver as well. It all belongs to Metro Vancouver. And I love living in Vancouver because it's weather. Not, I don't mind rains because you could go inside and you could have like, you could go to swimming pools. If you fed up of swimming, you could go skiing. I'm bad skier. It's just I'm not that much in the skis. We have a well-known resort called Whistler, and we had Olympic Games, the Olympic Games in 2010 in Vancouver. And at that time, I remember it was plus 15. We didn't have too much snow to hold the Olympic Games. You know what? what the municipality did? They brought snow from our mountains because we needed to build routes for snowboarding, for different types of games. And what we saw in 2010, it was amazing. We saw different teams, like different fans from different types of from different countries of the world. Like people were cheering like go Italy, or they were cheering on the streets like go America. And it was so much fun. It was February, yeah, beginning of February of 2010, and I remember this. And many people bought symbols of the Olympic Games at that time, and then they could sell much more. They could ask for much more. Also, what can I tell? Oh, you know what? We have so many sushi places and Chinese restaurants in Vancouver, very famous. And last week, Gordon Ramsay, famous burger restaurant, was brought to Vancouver area as well. So I have to try this. And you can meet sometimes celebrities, and especially in summertime, in the streets of Vancouver, because they're here to shoot another movie. So that's all about Vancouver, also known as Raincouver. And welcome to Vancouver. If you would like to see the beauty. Also, I just would like to mention we don't have so many museums, but we have beautiful beaches in summertime. So welcome to Vancouver.
Thank you, Sis Oksana. Thank you for sharing your town. It's amazing, all the beautiful place. So now is my time to bring you to my hometown. If you're watching right now, my name is Moy. I'm right now from USA, Philadelphia, but I'll bring you to my hometown, Cambodia. Last year, we took our trip, went back to our hometown. It's remind me of when we growing up eating all the food. Is still my favorite, and can have it every day. It's in Phnom Penh, the city, a lot of traffic. It's central city, Phnom Penh, and very congested, a lot of traffic. Small town, but you name it, we'll have it. It's a lot, and the houses is all together. When you look from the airplane, before you land, all you see is houses and surrounded by lake and creek, but it's beautiful. Surrounded by palm tree, kind of like Florida, a lot of palm trees, and a lot of coconut. Um, it's very relaxing place. Street food, a lot of basically, it's a vacation life. So if you want to go somewhere relaxing, will be the and eat good food. My favorite thing is eat street food and go get my hair washed. Somebody massage my head. I can do that every single day. That's one relaxing thing. And the street food, beef stick. It's a beef sticks. Very it's it's best to have them on the street food than go inside the restaurant because you can smell. They use the charcoal to grill the meat, and you can smell all the seasoning. It's very good. And the other dish is papaya salad. It's all fresh, made fresh over there. They with sweet, tangy, sour. It's very delicious. So that's my recommendation when you go to Cambodia. You must visit Phnom Penh. It's a city, and you have to go get a massage. It's a almost every street, like a lot of place you can go to. Um, it's all relaxing, enjoy vacation. That's it for me. Thank you.
How hot does it get in the summer in Vancouver?
Summer is average temperature plus 22, maybe. We barely have rain. It's like humid here. But the ocean is very cold for me. On the other side of the Pacific Ocean, Mexico is much warmer. And also we have mountain rivers, so they're very, very cold. But my kids love it, love to swim in this mountain icy rivers.
It's a French-speaking place, right? It's
Uh,
French-speaking.
English-speaking place. We have different part of Canada, which is Montreal and like Quebec area. They speak French, English, but it's mostly English-speaking area.
Oh, okay.
English, we have people from China. They speak Mandarin. So how to say? Sometimes you see you see it's written in English and Chinese language, Mandarin or Cantonese. I'm not sure.
Vera, in Ireland, is everybody a Catholic?
Not at all. That was in the olden days. If you go to the church now, it's all scanty with only the elderlies mostly. But I still kept my Catholic faith, so I'm still a practicing Catholic. Um, yeah, I remember that was a very good question, and it brings me back to memory. I remember the first time I came to Ireland in Nigeria, where we go to church and on Sundays our dressy day, right?
Mm.
And I did not even dress that much like I would dress in Nigeria because the weather would not permit me. Even though I came in June, it was still very cold for me. So I dressed up and I went to church. I was like I was like a celebrity in the church that day. So embarrassed with my gold and everything. Like, I didn't like it anyway. I didn't like the paparazzi I got. So I started toning down to eventually nothing. You can just you can almost put on your pajama bottom to just go to church,
Yes,
really.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing that actually fascinates me in the church then is anytime they see young people come to the church, anytime I bring my children to the church, the priest will come to me to really thank me and thank me for bringing them. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, it's their faith. They're bringing, it's what I should, it's my responsibility. But because there are no, it's actually very few. So yeah. Of course, they are known as Catholic country, but yeah, it is not practiced really.
Hmm, that's interesting. I know that when we were growing up, Ireland was noted for being Catholic.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if that has changed or is still the same.
It's still there, but like they are still known for. I can like you would see somebody who never went to church all their life, and they can tell you how many times they've been to church. One for their christening, which is the baptism.
Hmm.
Then two, maybe for their wedding day. Three for their burial. You can still count. And then although I don't know why that is, but somehow they will still know some of the prayers. They will still, but seldom see them in church. Like I found it very very hard to settle in that part where they will put like my children's football practice on a Sunday. Like I mean Sunday, the time they were supposed to go to church, the mass times. So it didn't actually make any sense to me. So but then we still had to get on, with life. Yeah, but it's interesting though. It is because it's the elderly people that still practice that are still practicing Catholics. They still go to church daily. They go to church as they would. They pray. They say their prayers and everything. And yeah, yeah, that's the main thing. Even right
Yeah,
now, the priests they kind of have to, the way in Nigeria in one parish you have priests be falling on top of each other. You see 4 or 5 priests celebrating one mass. Here, that's only done at funeral. Even at his funeral, it will be one celebrant. Right now, it's even coming to a part where the lay people have to become, a celebrant in the church just to get the thing going.
yeah. I remember once I visited my sister-in-law lives in London. So I went to London and on Sunday we went to church and there were just very old people like in their 70s and 80s and 90s. So when we left, I said, "Don't young people go to church here?" We were the only young people in that church that
Mm,
Sunday.
mm,
People there were, including the priest, were from the 70s up. So my sister-in-law and I were the only young people. Oh, there was a little boy that came with the either grandma or what, I don't know. Maybe about 5, 6 year old boy that came with his grandma. And don't people go to church here? And she said, no, you don't see young people in church. That
mm,
it's only old people that go to church. I'm like, okay. In America, young people still go to church, except in churches like even in Catholic and Pentecost, what is it, Episcopal churches, young people still go.
yeah. I do.
Young
I,
people,
I I enjoy watching the American Mass on TV because the church will be jam packed, unlike our own here. No, but it's okay. We are still here.
anyway, we are all not Christians. Some people also worship in other places like
Yeah,
Muslims and the rest of it.
yeah. But the thing I love about Ireland is it welcomes every. There is no discrimination with religion or your belief or anything. In fact, you can practice anything you want to practice. You see inside a Catholic school, you'll be allowed to do anything you want to do. You see, I don't think I've ever seen any Muslim school, but then there's just that understanding of everything. It doesn't even come up as a topic in the first place. It doesn't, that when it comes to religion, it doesn't come up. Other things can come up, but not that one. Everybody just, accepts everybody the way it is. Yeah, that's a good thing about it, yeah, which is good.
Interesting. I haven't been to Ireland. I haven't been to Vancouver. I haven't been to where
Cambodia.
Cambodia, but I've learned a lot about them today.
Yeah.
This is an interesting topic. I think we should do more of this kind of thing. I've
Well, you
learned a
know,
lot about those places without going there.
I agree. Let's do it.
we should all meet up somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the beauty of our business. We can take it anywhere, and the flexibility, the time, we can all meet up somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's have our lady holiday.
Yeah.
Vacation.
Next time when I come to Canada, I might visit Vancouver because I have I have brothers in Canada.
Yes.
And then maybe how far is it from London to Ireland?
1 hour flight, 1 hour.
What if I'm driving?
You have to get on. You have to drive and use the, what do you call it, the ferry.
Oh,
Very-
Okay,
really?
so it is longer. So if you are to get down from the ferry from the UK to Ireland, the Northern Ireland and Ireland, they actually share the same boundary, so you don't even have to. But then if you are to come down to my own place from the UK, you'll be spending more time on the road. You spend over almost 7 hours because, yeah, you are
Oh,
driving.
really? By driving?
Yes. Yes, because you're going to drive, depending on what part of the UK you're coming from also, you see. So you have to drive, say, for example, if you're coming from Manchester to, to the ferry, to where the ferry is, you drive into the ferry, then, it transports you down to Ireland over here. Then from, they call this part Holyhead, where you have to, highlight before coming to driving down to my place. So my place to that area is about 3.5 hours or more. So yeah. So it's more expensive. If I am to go down to the UK, I can actually spend as less as 10 euros for my flight. Then if I'm driving down, I can spend over 500 and something euros for a flight. So yeah.
Wow.
So you choose.
I see. Well, next time I come to London, I haven't been to London for like 10 years.
Mm.
Next time I come to London, I'll visit Ireland. At least I know somebody
Oh,
there.
that would be lovely. Yes, that's the beauty of the business, like Mr. Moy said. It's the beauty of it. You can just, get somewhere and go out to flock and say, oh, hey, wants to be talk.
Unfortunately, Moy doesn't live in Cambodia, so I won't go to Cambodia. I don't know anybody there.
That'll be our excuse to go together. I'll bring.
Nice.
Tell my kid I gotta pack up and go with Sis Ifalma because you guys cannot go. It's mommy vacation.
Right?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Okay, we have
Oh,
to bring
goodness.
the live to an end. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for your time. And we'll wish you and your family have a great weekend and safe. May God bless us all. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.